everything feels like too much. It starts with something small. A text message you don't answer. A bill you leave on the counter. A phone call you keep postponing. Nothing dramatic, nothing life-changing. Just small things. But somehow they keep following you. You notice it on a Tuesday morning. Your spouse asks if you remembered to schedule an appointment. You immediately feel irritated. Not because of the question, because it feels like one more thing. Later, your son asks for help with homework. You want to help. You really do. But part of you is already overwhelmed. Not by the homework, by everything else. At work, someone asks for a quick update. A simple request, something you've done 100 times before. Yet your mind reacts as if it's a major problem. You start thinking about deadlines, future meetings, unfinished projects, things that haven't even happened yet. One small task somehow turns into 10, and by lunchtime, you're exhausted. Not from working, from carrying invisible weight. That evening, you stop by the grocery store. The line is longer than usual. Someone blocks the aisle with a shopping cart. A cashier makes a mistake. None of these things matter, but today they do. Today they feel bigger, much bigger. When you finally get home, the house is noisy. The TV is on, someone is talking, the dog is barking. Your phone vibrates again. And for a moment, you just want silence. Not because anything is wrong, because everything feels like too much. The strange part is that nothing around you has changed. Your family is the same, your job is the same, your routine is the same. The world didn't suddenly become heavier, but you did. In her book, The Upside of Stress, psychologist Kelly McGonigal explains that prolonged periods of stress can change how we interpret everyday challenges. When our emotional resources are low, normal situations can start feeling larger than they really are. The traffic feels worse, the email feels more threatening, the criticism feels more personal. The problem isn't always the situation. Sometimes it's the amount of pressure you've been carrying before the situation even arrives. And that's why people often say, "I don't know what's wrong with me." Nothing is wrong with them. They're simply overloaded. Like a backpack that became heavier one small item at a time. Not because of one big event, but because of hundreds of little things. A responsibility here, a worry there, an unresolved conversation, a postponed decision, a promise to yourself that never happened. Eventually, the weight becomes difficult to notice. You only notice the reaction. You snap more easily. You worry more often. You feel overwhelmed by things that never bothered you before. And that's usually the signal. Not that you're weak, not that you're failing, just that you've been carrying too much for too long. And sometimes the first step isn't solving every problem, it's recognizing the weight you're carrying. Because in the next episode, we'll talk about something many exhausted people don't realize they're missing. Recovery. Not sleep, not distraction, real recovery.